Hey guys, it is Dr. Cree, and I'm excited about today's edition of the Dr. Cree and Me Show. I am Dr. Cree. I am a board certified family medicine physician. I specialize in helping everyday working people learn to live healthy, happy, whole lives, right? So I am in Birmingham, Trussville, Alabama, which is a little sub area outside of Birmingham. And I wanted to jump on, guys, and talk about this Delta variant and what's going on. Last year I came and was giving y'all a lot of the tea to let you guys know, welcome, hey everybody, to say when I'm nervous. And this is making me nervous, this Delta variant. So I am in the great state of Alabama, guys, and Alabama is dead last in those deciding to get vaccinations. Hey, guys. So I know that vaccinations is your choice. I'm not even on here trying to come on to convince anyone to do anything that they're not uncomfortable with, but I want you to know what you're up against, right? So all over the world, they have, at least our world, hey guys, all over the world, they have lifted the mask ordinance. They have started opening up like it is normal. So masks aren't required for inside dining. Masks aren't required at the grocery store. Masks aren't required anywhere. But while we are relaxing, the COVID virus is getting out there crunk. If you understand that, it is out there doing whatever it is that they want to do. Hey guys, so the Delta variant is a mutated version of the COVID-19 virus. So we are not, we are not out of the woods. Even though the world is opening up, we're not out of the woods. So viruses mutate all the time. They're changing. They're smart. They want to know how can they invade their host without the host knowing anything. So this COVID-19 virus is no different than that. So when you hear them talking about the different strands, and now we're at Delta, you may hear about Delta Plus. They have the Lambda variant coming down the works as well. Where are we getting those numbers? Where are we getting those names from? So we're watching the trend, guys, that comes from the United Kingdom, that comes from India. If you turn on your news, you see that India is just, digging holes and burying people. They've run out of room to put, the death because of the COVID virus. So where's my concern? My concern that in Alabama, it's about 20 to 30% of people that have been vaccinated. With the vaccine, if you have Pfizer or Moderna, you're about 7%, 95% vaccinated with that strain, with the vaccine. So you're protected by 95%. This Delta variant that's out there is so smart that it is evading the vaccines, guys. It is tricking our body and getting past the tricks that the vaccine has put there. So now our vaccines against this Delta variant is about 64% strong. Y'all remember how y'all was looking crazy and everybody was looking crazy when Johnson & Johnson dropped and their vaccine was about 70%. Everybody was like, oh no, we don't want that. We want 90% or better. But the vaccines that we have at this point in time up against the variant, the strand that is now the leading strand in a lot of places in Birmingham, for sure, is starting to be this Delta variant. So our vaccines are not holding up like it should. So now you're going to start finding some people who have been vaccinated to start to have, if they get COVID, if you get allergy symptoms now, you getting a cold, go get it checked, whether you're vaccinated or not, because you may have COVID. So the good thing is, if you've been vaccinated, yes, you can get this Delta variant, but you're looking at mild disease. I've heard anywhere from feeling like they had the flu to it was just cold symptoms to, man, I felt like my allergies were really kicking my butt. Till you may be totally asymptomatic, no symptoms whatsoever. So we're not hiding behind the fact of, oh, I got my vaccine I don't need to be checked. This is really just a cold, or this is really just allergies. If you get sick, guys, go get checked, because this Delta variant is smart. It knows how to maneuver around and get into us and say, I tricked you, vaccine. I tricked you. I'm stronger. I'm better. I'm trickier. So the concern is, now guys, remember, vaccines are only for those 12 years old and up, and that's just Pfizer. Moderna has not been approved for as low as 12. It is only approved for 18 years old and older, right? So that's a good, I'm gonna talk about that. Tim, thank you for saying that. Remind me to get back there when I finish this point. So the interesting thing with this Delta variant is kids are really getting sick, and even ending up in the ICU and ending up in the hospital. So our children are more at risk, it seems, with this new strand. Well, I say new strand, this mutated strand, this variant of the virus. Before, kids were doing really good. They were pretty resilient. You know, they were really asymptomatic. Kids are ending up being sick. Pregnant women are getting it, and they're really getting sick as well. So that's my big concern. So now the kids are going back to school, you know, in 30 days or so. What are we supposed to be doing? Some school systems don't want their kids to have to wear masks. Some people want masks to be optional. Some people want us to make them wear masks. Y'all, it's real. I'm very, very, very concerned about the fall. Like last March concerned. As concerned as I was last March for this. Because we don't want a whole bunch of kids dying, especially in places where nobody hardly has been vaccinated. My clinic has been doing the vaccines, and in March when we got them, we were doing about 100 people a week. This last week I did 0 or 1. I may have 1 or 2 people try and sign up. Y'all, the numbers have dropped off drastically, and school is amongst us. You know, school is here, so we don't want our kids getting sick. I'm just really concerned about that. The next thing I want to talk about is, for those of us, I had my vaccine 6 months ago, and someone was just asking about, they check you for antibodies. Do not rush to your doctor and say, let me check my antibodies and see if they are there, because the antibodies that you get from natural immunity aren't the same antibodies that you get from the vaccine. So your test will likely show that you don't have antibodies unless you've naturally been affected with the virus in the last couple of months. So I would expect your antibodies to not show. So that we are not running out there asking to have our antibodies tested, because these were the antibodies these are not the same antibodies as you get for natural immunity. Does that make sense? So continue to do what you have been doing. And if you stop doing this, let's resume. My advice is to wear your mask, stay 6 feet apart, wash your hands. What we have seen is that wearing your facial covering, wearing the mask helps. Y'all, we've seen so much RSV, which is respiratory, Lord, I can't think of what it's called. It's a respiratory virus that usually is in kids. We're seeing that in adults and in kids now, which last season we didn't see much respiratory syncytial virus, I think it is. Respiratory RSV. You know, everybody's like, the flu is not here. Oh, this is a hoax because the flu. Where's the flu? Where you wore your mask. We kind of stayed distance. I went to the grocery store today, and when I walked in the store, all the people standing there, I had on a mask and one other person had on a mask. So what can we do with this upcoming school system? Because y'all, I did virtual all last year with my kid. I barely passed first grade math. I don't know if I can pass second grade math, okay? So my goal is for my own kid to go back to school. Start conditioning your children to wear a mask. If they've been out of school for the last year and the push is going to be to go back to full-time school, get your kids used to wearing the mask, breathing through the mask, not taking the mask off to talk. We can hear you just fine through the mask. So that's one thing. The second thing that we can do is to make sure that your kids are washing your hands. if you've not been vaccinated, get the vaccine. This Delta virus is crazy. I've seen stories of couples being in the ICU, one being put on a ventilator right after the other. The majority of 96% of people who have been hospitalized with severe illness have not been vaccinated. So we're talking about, I think I saw the numbers for Alabama, I think 596 people here in the last, I don't the time frame, but they had died from not being, having COVID and not being vaccinated. Hey, y'all. Hey, Dave. So I just wanted to implore you that with school opening up, teach your kids how to wear the mask. And teach your kids to be okay with being unicorns. I tell my baby, I don't care what everybody else is doing. You wear your mask. Let's talk about some of the side effects of COVID, y'all. So we got brain fog. I can't get patients in the neurologist for 2-3 months because that's the amount of people who are experiencing brain fog. COVID brain. Hey, Chris. COVID brain, okay? That's huge. Erectile dysfunction. That's when it's popping up. Everybody's like, don't get the vaccine because of that. Well, if you get COVID, you can have that. Kidney disease, lung failure, respiratory failure, chronic cough, chronic fatigue. I have people 3, 4, 5 months still haven't gone back to work, y'all. Hey, still haven't gone back to work because they're still fighting these post-COVID long hauler symptoms. And we're in the United Kingdom, they're seeing post-COVID symptoms in children, even as some as severe as depression and anxiety and suicidal, because it's affecting their little brains. So be wise, guys. Sometimes we have to do things that are uncomfortable for us for the greater good, right? For the greater good. So I just wanted you guys to know that I'm concerned about this Delta variant. Everybody is footloose and fancy free because the government said you don't have to wear your mask. But I just challenge you to do what makes you comfortable. For us, I don't know. I'm not comfortable with the honor system because I know people don't tell the truth. So I choose to continue to wear my mask because I'm soon to have a kid that's going to be going to elementary school. I don't want my kids sick. I don't want your kids sick. I don't want your grandkids sick. I don't want our kids having long hauler symptoms. I want our kids to be able to get back into some semblance of normal. So if you've been vaccinated, I'm going to reiterate this. Pull your mask back out. Go find you a good mask because this Delta variant there's 64% chance of protection with our vaccines. Whereas all the other variants, we still have been hovering at 90%, 91%. This one is only protecting us at 64%. And you tooted your nose up to Johnson & Johnson with their 70%, right? So this is less than that. So be careful. Grab your mask back again. Hey, it won't hurt anything. It may help you. It may save your life. It may save your family's life. It's bad out there in these hospital streets. The numbers are ticking up. Fall is going to be scary, guys. It's going to make you have nightmares from last spring, and we don't have to be that. Do that. Wear your mask, even whether you want to be vaccinated or not. Grab your mask back out. Put your mask on just to be safe. Anyway, other than that, I just wanted to come on and encourage you guys. Yes, it's very scary that the fall is going to be a different beast because people are tired. COVID fatigue is real. We're super tired of having to stay away. Super tired of all of that. And don't rush in there to tell your doctor to check your status. Remember, guys, because you may be negative and upset because you had them check your antibodies, and if you've had no natural immunity, if you've never had COVID, the disease, your antibodies may not show up. So do not go ask for antibody testing and be upset, okay? Wear your mask. Have your children to wear the mask. Let them practice. And I think that's all I have for you guys. This is this edition of the Dr. Cree and Me. Make sure to spread this word. Get this word out, guys. And if you're in the Birmingham area, I wanted to announce that I am going to be opening up a second location in Birmingham called Brownstone, Birmingham. Be Well Birmingham. It is a clinic for the city of Birmingham employees. So if you work for the city of Birmingham, you can come see me, Dr. Creed, at my downtown location. The address is 1700 5th Avenue North. 1700 5th Avenue North is the location. And Birmingham, Alabama, 35203. The number is 205-202-5650. It's specifically because of, it's specifically for the city of Birmingham employees. So if you know someone that works for the city of Birmingham, spread this word along. Have them give us a call. Hey, Mildred, have them give us a call. And they can go to cobclinic.com. I will post the link so that they can register, and I'll be seeing my first patient in the clinic down there on July 27th. Anyway, come see me. Tell your friends. Pass the word along. I can't wait to help you guys. I'll be back on at the end of the month with another update on COVID and where we are. Thank you so much. Bye.